Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I'm Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Hey, we're going to take a circuitous route today, but we are going to kind of talk about the pistol brace rule. We're going to talk about a case that got a lot of attention in the last couple days out there in the exosphere. It had to do with an individual who had been charged with possessing both a short barrel rifle as well as a handgun, but it stemmed from the same firearm. Had a lot of people here in the 2A sphere completely freaking out, publicly decrying it. And then we learned that the charge had actually been dismissed. A lot of people thought it was a huge victory, and it was because of the pressure that the public put on DOJ that happened. Maybe it was, but maybe it wasn't. Why is that? Well, you ought to see what the rest of the complaint reads. So today, let's spend a few minutes and let's talk about, did ATF really concede defeat on the pistol brace rule? Okay, America, we are going to talk kind of about the pistol brace rule today, a rule that we have spent way too much time on in this channel, and we hope never to have to talk about it again. The case we're talking about is the matter of United States of America v. Taranto. If I'm mispronouncing that last name, I apologize. We have talked about this case before. Now, this case has a crazy history, and I will tell you here that on the original complaint that I now have before me, Mr. Taranto was charged with a total of 11 counts. That's right, 11 counts. The count that had everyone completely spun up was the fact that he had been found in possession of a CZ Scorpion with an attached stabilizing brace, and in count one, the United States government had charged him on or about June 29, 2023, within the District of Columbia, Taylor Taranto knowingly possessed a firearm, namely a Scorpion CZ short-barreled rifle that is not registered to him in the National Firearms Registration and Transfer Record, a violation of 26 United States Code, sections 5861 and 5845. Then counts 2 through 5 dealt with other firearms and ammunition that had been discovered at his residence. And then counts 6 through 11 had to do with Mr. Taranto's participation in the January 6th protests. Now, obviously, along came the second term of President Trump, and through his pardon, that pretty much eliminated the second half of the complaint, which was the best news that Mr. Taranto could have heard, because of any of the stuff that he was facing significant jail time for, it was probably his participation in January 6th. However, with count 1 dismissed now, as well as all the allegations related to the January 6th events, which we're not going to get into here, unfortunately for Mr. Taranto, while he has had a very good few days in court, he is far from out of the woods, because the remaining complaint still alleges count 2, carrying a pistol without a license outside home or place of business in violation of 22 D.C. Code section 4504A1. Count 3, carrying a pistol without a license outside home or place in business in violation of 22 D.C. Code section 4504A1. Count 4, possession of a large capacity ammunition feeding device in violation of 7 D.C. Code section 2506.01. Count 5, unlawful possession of ammunition in violation of 7 D.C. Code section 2506.01. So at the end of the day, although it was really nice to see count 1 get dismissed, and many people wanted to take credit that the influence from people within our sphere had led to that, in the reality of the situation for Mr. Taranto, this was kind of akin to rearranging the deck furniture on the Titanic. Now, finally, what I want you to remember is this, is that even though the pistol brace rule has been eviscerated by every court that's got its hands on it, and right now we know that the Attorney General is having serious considerations about withdrawing the rule altogether, what the ATF used to determine that this CZ Scorpion constituted a short barrel rifle was the exact criteria that they had previously promulgated in their pistol brace rule. And in defending this, let us also remember that the United States government had said that this was always the criteria that they were going to use, and they would continue to use so. So although the pistol brace rule itself may come to an end real soon. Will the debate about what is a firearm with attached stabilizing brace end with it? It absolutely will not. And there is no signs at the current time that the ATF will not continue to enforce their interpretation of the law. Okay, listen, we're going to go ahead and link up the complaint down below so that you can geek out on it for yourself. You don't have to take our word for it. If you got any questions about this or anything else related to what's left of our Second Amendment rights, you guys should know how to get a hold of Washington gun law by now. But if you don't, that's okay. That information, it's down there in the description box. If you got an idea for a video we should be doing around here, cool. Just click on that link right there and tell us all about it. If you want to subscribe to the monthly newsletter, the ability to do that is down there in the description box. And then finally, and most importantly, let's everyone remember that part of being the lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation and how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching and stay safe.
Well, and just to give people the type of understanding of the financial catastrophic occurrence that occurred, you and I are both privy to people who have been involved in lawful self-defense situations, pulled the trigger with legal justification, faced potential legal consequences, and had to fight for their freedom. Didn't have coverage. How much money did it cost them to win their freedom?
You know, I really don't think that people really can grasp, you know, the magnitude of expenses. You know, most recently, and you and I have talked about this in the past, the Kyle Rittenhouse case brought a lot to light.
Right to bear, that's right, legal protection for self-protection. Listen, good lawyers aren't cheap, cheap lawyers aren't good. You're not truly prepared unless you have right to bear back you. You will always get an attorney-answered hotline, so you will always have a confidential phone call. There are no cap limits for either civil or criminal defense. This covers all forms of self-defense. So from a fist to a firearm, from a fat lip to a dead body, you are covered, and you will have some of the nation's most passionate 2A attorneys in your corner fighting for you. And right now, if you visit my friends at protectwithbear.com and you use the promo code WGL, you will receive 10% off. Listen, you need to protect yourself so that you can protect them. Visit my good friends at protectwithbear.com.